Well, thanks for coming, dude. I know
No
it was a little bit
problem.
of a far drive for you.
It's okay.
But I'm glad you're here. I literally can remember like it was yesterday. We used to go to Shake and do those little gigs there.
I know.
but-
That was actually insane.
But that was a huge training ground for you, though, right?
Yeah.
Like that was sort of your first real performancing you did in like DJing, right? Like in
Yeah.
college, at least. Like you were trying to just take any sort of gig you can get under your belt, right?
Exactly. And it went by so fast, but it seems like that's what grew my whole career.
Yeah.
Like it taught me everything.
Yeah. And I mean also like the just doing stuff in fraternity life and doing
Yeah.
mixers. Like you DJ'd most mixers, right? For AEPI?
Yeah, a lot of them. They didn't really want me to, but
Really?
I tried.
You
Yeah.
just were like, nah, dude, I'm DJing.
I
It
wasn't
was like, that's how it starts, dude.
Yeah.
No one's going to want you to do it, right?
Exactly. It's different. No one wants to go to a frat party and hear crazy like EDM or like house music.
That's another thing. All the girls, it's like, what do the girls want to hear? Not what the dudes want to hear. So it's
Exactly.
like, don't like try anything new at a mixer. Like just fucking do like the shit the girls like, and like that's it. But I used to see, dude, like all the girls used to post you on their stories and shit too. Though.
Well, yeah, obviously everybody wants to be with the DJ, but from Shake, I actually learned how to do what's called open format, which I wish I learned before because that's what they want to hear at the frat parties, like rap, like Spanish.
So
like,
what's open format?
so
That's just like
it's
any
basically
genre.
everything. Like when I used to play like at bars, like other
Uh-huh.
music venues, I would play like rap, like Dominican, house. Like I'd play 30 minutes of each genre. Now I could play like 3-4 hours in a row of like house music. Like sometimes you don't hear
Interesting.
any words and people hate it, but I love it.
Really? Well, dude, I mean, like, that's like the phase now that you're in. But before, in the college life, it was more just about learning like all the skills to get you to like that next level. And I wanted to jump into like what made you want to even like pursue DJing? Like, what was it? Just like a switch in your head? You're like, oh, fuck it, I'm doing this, or what? What was it?
Okay, so there's a long backstory.
Nice.
My
Let's hear it.
whole life, I've always been into like music. I've always been wanting to be a DJ, teaching myself. I had a Halloween party in my building when I was probably like 12 years old, and I DJ'd it with like this small,
Oh, shit.
like shitty little thing.
Yeah.
Like I still have it. I kept it. I still have it from Amazon.
Nice.
And years went on. I obviously didn't become a big famous DJ, but one day I was with my cousins and his friends, and we were at a little house party, and he was DJing on this like tiny little controller,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this big. I think it was
Yeah.
like a Newmar controller, $100.
Nice.
And I was like, yo, let me try. Like I know
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
And he was like, how do you know how to do this? And then from there, that was like right in my freshman year of college. So I was like in my dorm room now trying to teach myself how to DJ every day, and I
Mhm.
loved it. By sophomore year, I like took off.
Yeah.
And so I've always loved it.
Yeah, I think, well, that's like with most creative things, you always have that, like when you're born, but like getting to the point of like taking action, actually doing it is like, there's like intricacies like, oh, what people think, or when am I going to start this?
Exactly.
Did you face a lot of that when like starting out in college? Like in terms of, you know, everyone's like, like this guy's like narcissistic, wants to just DJ and like be in front of the crowd. Like, did you ever get like that
Yeah.
feedback from people?
Yeah, and I honestly still do.
Yeah.
Like throughout college, everybody just thinks it's a joke. They think they could also do it. They think it's
Yeah.
easy. Like doing what I'm doing right now is kind of like being an entrepreneur and kind of
Mhm.
starting your own business. Like it's hard. Like I'm working 5 days a week during the week, producing for like 10 hours a day just so I could get paid on a Friday. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm making tons of money on a Friday, but I'm working the rest of the week for free, trying to like grind.
Well, I think I have you on like notifications on like SoundCloud because I see your mixes. Some of them are fucking, I listen to them in the gym,
Thank
dude.
you.
Some of them are good. But that's like, those are so important, right? As a DJ to get your like kind of sample work out there, like
Yeah.
those little mixes you do.
Well, like I want to show people what I'm into and what I make. It's like I have my own image and my own sound, and
Yeah.
I need to start showing people that.
Yeah. It's like almost like a portfolio type of thing.
Exactly.
So I guess what was like when you started in college, you made the jump. Some people were like, I don't know, you know, it's kind of just like a failed DJ gig or whatever. Like, oh, like everyone wants to do that. And like, you know, it's frowned upon or whatever. What was like, How did you deal with it? Like, did you just kind of ignore like all the noise of people like being like, yeah, this guy's DJing now or whatever?
Well, at first it was almost like to pay my rent. Like when I lived in
Yeah.
the frat house, like I was like, you know what? I'll leave college, and then maybe I'll start not taking it so seriously. I'll get another job. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
for right now, it's fun. I'm
Yeah.
working on the weekends. I'm getting paid to go party. Why not?
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, I didn't really care what people said.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is my roommates hated that I was blasting
Yeah.
music all day long.
I think I heard that from, I don't remember who it was, but like they were like, yeah, he's always mixing in the basement
Yeah.
or something. They're like in his room.
They
and he's
hated
like,
me.
He's all fucking. Well, like now there's people that, both in my fraternity and your fraternity, that are now like want to DJ. And I feel like that started like when you were doing. I feel like there weren't people really doing it before you.
There was like one or two other people, but
Yeah,
like
DJ Mookie, right? He did that
Yeah.
for a while. He was like a legacy guy, but
like I think it's a little bit different because he did more open format and I'm doing like house.
yeah,
So it's like it's kind of much harder to do house because like you could do all clubs. I'm very restricted. That's why I had to teach myself kind of to do open format. And they didn't like hearing, like I said, like they would always say, "Why does your music have no words in it?" I'd be like, "It's not about that."
Yeah, it's
Like,
about like the feeling, the melody.
Exactly.
Interesting. So, but like the judgment wasn't really bothering you at all. It was just
No.
kind of like,
Because I wasn't taking it serious. And then by the time I started taking it serious, I was living at home alone, doing my own thing, and letting people watch from the outside.
did you have a craziest like story in college, like DJing? Like, is there any notable like? This is just, I'm just curious, like, because I know a lot of crazy shit can happen in mixers and the bars, but is there any like crazy night you had?
I don't know. Every weekend, honestly, was crazy compared to what I was doing. Because you go to DJing in your room. I was literally in my dorm room with a big ass speaker right next to me and a little board. And now I'm DJing for like 200 people a night. Now it's like 500 people a night. Now it's like 1,000 people a night. Now it's like everybody knows your name. Everybody knows your face. Like the bar I was working at, people didn't know my real name. They just like knew who I was. They would come up to the door and be like, "Oh, I know Ross. Like Ross told me to come. I'm on his list." I'm like, first of all, there is no list.
Yeah.
My name's Joey. Like you don't even know my real name.
Yeah.
Like they're like, "What's his last name?" "Oh, it's Ross." No. Like so I was just like being seen everywhere, and it was just kind of like weird to me. But I don't know. That was pretty cool to me. We had opens.
Yeah, I think also, what the fuck, that was huge. It was my senior year, and you had like a whole ass like,
Yeah.
I don't even know
I
what
built
it,
like
it
a
was
stage.
a huge stage. Like you built that? Like what? How did that
So,
even come to be?
We took a beer dye table. I went to
Okay.
Home Depot. I bought a bunch of wood, and I made the beer dye table the stage, and I put DJ booth on there. I put lasers. I put fog machines, CO2 machines that shot in the
shit was
air,
nuts.
and I just made it my own little nightclub. Like,
That
it
was nuts,
sick.
dude. And I saw like, I think also, like you faced resentment maybe from people, but like the girls all loved it. Like it was I would always see it on like social media, that like, it's mainly like of people that maybe want to do it and that aren't like comfortable to do it, and then like they will shit on you for doing it. It's like, it's the common creator struggle that like everyone gets faced with.
No one really likes what you're doing until you're successful, and they want to like be your
Or
friend.
it's like cringe.
Exactly.
They say, like, it's cringe. Oh, it's like, it's cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, until it works.
Like no one wants to be a TikToker until you have 3 million followers, and it's like, oh my god, or that guy's such a loser, and then you see him in the street and you ask him for a picture.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the TikTok thing is huge for me. I've been trying to post like once a day, and I'll like just literally anything I'm thinking about, I'll just like, all right, I'll just make a TikTok about this. But a lot of them just don't even really get. They get like maybe like 200 views, but like some of them do hit, and it really just takes like, okay, I'm gonna just be consistent, just post every day, and then it'll work, and then like it won't be cringe to people. Again, I don't even see it as that. It's just like something I do. It's mainly like people that are just like from the outside. They're like, that's like so weird. Like, why is he doing that? Especially in college. Like that's like everyone in college was like that.
Yeah.
It's like you dealing with that is not a requirement, I feel like, but it's just like a passage that you just have to deal with when you want to start something in like school, like when you're in college.
I agree.
But do you think like what has changed throughout like when you started DJing for real in college to now, like what is that growth been like for you as an artist, like or just in general?
I feel like I really like found myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like the difference is I always thought like there's this headliner mentality. Like there's an opener, there's a headliner, there's a closer.
Okay, sure.
There's like that main artist. And to be honest, I might not still be a headliner yet. I'm on the way. But I always thought I was like the headliner. Like you go into these big clubs, like I got the opportunity to play at like Marquee, Nebula, some big clubs in New York. And when I was opening and when I was closing, I thought I should be the headliner. And now the difference is I kind of see that I shouldn't have been, because now I'm, after like doing this for a while, I'm starting to actually find my sound.
Okay.
You get what I mean? I feel like back then I was forcing it and I was just going through the path to learn. Like it's
Okay.
only been, I've been DJing for about like 6 years seriously now, but producing and doing nightclubs for a few years. So like it takes a while to really adjust, like, and learn through the different scenes. Like see what
Gotcha.
I learned from other DJs. I learned from going to different clubs, from meeting other club owners and promoters. So I feel like the thing that changed the most is like my mental state, like,
Mm-hmm.
and just like the mentality of the whole game. Like,
Because there's a lot of players, right? Like in the actual, like, because you said like talking to all these people, like you sort of get like an idea of
you learn a
what's-
little bit from everybody else.
Yeah.
And what I would do like a year ago today is like if you put me to headline in a club, I would kind of just play whatever. I would find a song
Mm-hmm.
like right before the set and I would be like, this is cool, and just throw it in there. Now I really have like a voice to myself that I could express through my music.
Sure.
And like now it's like almost like a story. And that's what I've
Gotcha.
learned. Like music is like a story. So like
Mm-hmm.
my sets are basically like a long story instead
I
of like
like
a
that.
bunch of random words put in there.
But that was something you had to learn from just seeing other people doing what they're doing, like talking to different producers, DJs. Like
Exactly.
you realize like it really is about that. And,
Yeah.
like, you're gonna hammer down like the storytelling. So how do you do that? Like how do you come up with a story into your like DJ track? Like,
So I have my own method, and
Okay.
I think a lot of people use this, but what I do is, first of all, you have to go up and down throughout the night. Like if I play high energy music for an hour long, you're going to leave after 20 minutes.
Sure,
You want to dance
sure.
for an hour?
Yeah.
No, you need a break, you need to take a breather, you
Sure.
want to talk to people. Like I sometimes tell people, not everything is about the music. People go out for different reasons. Like people aren't going out only for the DJ. Sometimes they're going out to meet people, like to talk. You need a break. So what I like to do is like I'll start with like, let's say I were to like start my set out. Like I was headlining,
Sure.
start with high energy. Then I would go into low. Now I'm like, whoa, like slow, like kind of feeling the energy. Now go back up. So you're kind of going up and down, giving people a break. So it's like, if you go high energy into high energy, it's like, okay, like I heard that already, but
Well, another thing is like I know a lot of these like self-proclaimed DJers or like people at like these regular like places, they'll just like fade in music, and like that's like not DJing. Like that's like I'm sure you see that all the time.
it's crazy because like some people start off as producers and some people start off as DJs, so they all have their own perspectives. But I really like pay attention to detail, especially when it comes to DJing.
Sure.
Like I like to make 2 songs turn into 1 or 3 songs turn into 1. I don't like to fade from like one song to another. I don't want you to even know I changed the song.
It's boring to fade. Like what is that? That's not like I
You
could
put
do
on
that.
Spotify.
Yeah, like you could use Spotify DJ for that.
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm not giving like shame to those artists. Like,
Yeah.
like I did that one day.
Yeah,
You get what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? Like everybody starts off somewhere. Some people don't take it as seriously, but for like how I view it is like you got to change it up. You're turning it into your own thing, or what's the difference? You could just
yeah.
put on like the radio.
So what do you do like? What do you do for the transitions to make it like exciting? What are some of the storytelling cues or sort of switches you want to do?
Everything is so different, but like as an example, what you really should do is like, let's say I'm fading in a new song, I could like take the basses, which a lot of people do, and replace them. So it's like if you have 2 bass lines, it's kind of like cluttered, but you're
Sure.
basically taking the sounds and replacing them. So it's creating a completely new sound, adding some effects like reverb to kind of build the energy, create some more sound. So then when the beat drops, you take the reverb away and it's like, whoa,
So
like it's nice and clean.
But that whole that requires you to have like the tracks where you can like I think we've talked about this once where you can like split up like the vocals. You can like have all these different levels of each song. Where do you get that? Like that's
So
have
you
to
don't
buy
even
it?
do that. That's called like stems.
Mm.
Like you have separate stems, and that's where you could like separate like the vocals from
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
the bass or from the kick or whatever. But I don't even do that. I completely combine the two. Sometimes if you have like an acapella, like if I have like a techno song that has
Sure.
no words at all, I could take vocals from the same key and put it on top. But like I would never separate them live. I would just have separate vocals.
Sure.
And
Oh, okay.
yeah, you could take a song, like you could use AI now to like literally separate vocals from a song.
Well, that's huge too. Like, have you been leveraging AI for like?
That's how you
do?
make like mashups or remixes. Like I just released the mashup last night. 2 days ago, I sat in my bed. I found a beat I really liked. I went and I was listening to some songs in the same key. I found out Drake had his new song, What Did I Miss, in the same key. I went on AI, took the vocals out, put it on, and I made a mashup. I released it the next day.
Well, there's also like AI DJs too, though, that like just completely make their own content, or what? Has that a thing?
I guess like people are starting to say like, will AI replace the DJ?
That's the whole thing too.
But
right?
like, I don't think so because I think it's more of a passion. It's not a job. You get what I mean? Like, I don't see it as a job. I don't do it for the money. I do it because like I love it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like the difference. It's not like you're having someone write a letter for you and you have to sit there and type out essays, like hard work. Like, it's what you love, and like a robot can never replace that.
Another thing is like when you're performing, like people want a human, like to perform at a club.
They want
not a robot.
energy.
Like, like you're building your own brand. Have you like sort of taken into account like doing more performances with people? Have you changed like how you sort of perform to make yourself like more present and like have a, I don't know, like a stage presence for example?
100%. So I don't try to like copy anyone else. Like if someone else has energy, I don't need to be that person. I act like myself. But I do try to let a little bit more emotion out. Sometimes I get so into the game that I'm just standing there only worrying about the transition. But I do need to be in the moment and like let out some personality. Like let people know like this is who I am. Especially if I'm gonna be on the big stages.
Sure. Yeah. I feel like every like notable DJ has their own like, not quirks, but like their own personality.
Exactly.
That people know about and love. Do you think there's any like, for example, like when you're building a process for your set, like you're making an actual like piece to perform, how do you sort of like take what you want to do with it, like what's your goal with it, and like where do you start, like how do you start building all of those things around like what your set's gonna be? And like do you have are you thinking about the venue? Okay, what set am I gonna use for this venue because these types of people will be for like this area, like are there different like vibes you want to bring to like different venues?
Yeah, so definitely like every venue, depending on if I'm an opener or closer, depending if I'm a headliner, depending on the event, like if it's for a holiday, anything can be different. And really, I don't pre-plan a set. Like I'll just put some songs in, but I never say I'm going to play this song first, this song second, because you really have to read the crowd, because like anything can change at any moment. Like I could plan to play these 10 songs first and the crowd might hate it, and I'm not just going to continue with that set. So I kind of say, okay, you know what, like this club has this type of lighting and this type of environment. Like Nebula has more of a techno-ish, and I could get away with that, like with my sound more melodic. So I could play more melodic, where if I was playing a smaller venue, I can't. I have to play a little bit more mainstream.
Have you seen like in an actual set, has there been something like that where you had to like react in the moment? And
every single set.
Really?
Every single set. You have to just judge the people, especially when you're an opener or closer, because if you're a headliner, they're coming for your music. If you're an opener, they're coming for you. And you have to also be more like subtle. You can't go crazy because you don't want to tire people out before the headliner. Also, like when you're a closer, you have to keep the energy high. You don't want people to go home. You have to keep them in the club. When it's now 4 a.m. and people have been dancing since 10 o'clock, and now you're about to start your set, you need to keep people in the club. So every set is so different.
So opening is like your first, closing is your absolute last. So do you prefer one or the other, or do you just kind of?
So obviously I prefer the headline.
Yeah, so that's the goal, right? Yeah,
that's the goal.
Is that the goal?
But honestly, it doesn't matter, because even at the big stages, you're still going to be opening and closing. Like, I'd rather headline, but I'd rather open for a humongous artist at a festival than headline a small local club. But I'd rather do it all. Like, I love it all.
Yeah.
But
is there is that the alleyway to get to the headliner? Like, always opening and like seeing like
Yeah.
if people recognize your stuff over and over.
Yeah, and it's great also learning from them because they're there for a reason and you're here for a reason. So sometimes not headlining and the opening for those bigger artists, it's like a learning experience. Like there was this club in the Hamptons, and yeah, would I like to headline? Of course, but I opened for James Hype, and now I learn from what I would say is like one of the most talented DJs, like skill wise, like.
Yeah.
And like just watching him, seeing what he does, like the way he comes in and presents himself, like
Yeah.
that helps me go to now headline bigger places.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's like kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. There's obviously in between like headlining and opening, like there's the middle ground too, right?
Yeah.
How many performances is there
So-
like, leading up to it?
There's a few different things. It's basically called direct support, and that's the person like you're directly supporting the artist,
Sure.
and then there could be an opener before that,
Sure.
and then there's a closer, which is technically, I guess, direct support. 'Cause
What is support? That's like
you're supporting the artist, like so. What we say, like what we would call it in our industry, is like direct support or support for an artist. We never really say opener or closer. We say like, oh, I'm supporting this person. But like when I talk to other people, sometimes I'll say opening or closing because they understand it more. But it's like if I were to open up for like John Summit, James Hype, whatever, it's like, oh, I'm supporting this artist. Like, or on the flyer, you would see it says support.
And it's called supporting because it's like kind of building, that energy up to that person.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So the SoundCloud mixes are obviously different from the performing. Did you start doing that like when you first started, or was that something that came like later?
Yeah. So freshman year, I was releasing SoundCloud mixes in my room.
Really?
I deleted them all because they were terrible. My transitions were terrible, and it was not the energy that I give out now.
Yeah.
But I've always been doing it. It's a great way to say, like, look, you can't come see me live. This is what I'm about. You're in another country. You're in another state. Or if you're in the car and just want to listen to music, this is what I'm about. This is what Joseph Ross is about. And it's kind of cool to, like, show people that.
And did you put that out, like, consistently throughout school? Or was that kind of just something where you're like, oh, I'll do it on a weekend or something?
Yeah, it was random.
Mm-hmm.
It was, like, I think I released, like, 4 or 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, I have Joseph Ross Radio.
Yeah.
And I only released 1. I was going to do it once every month, but I took a break because I was really finding my sound. I feel like it was a little bit forced, and I'm actually about to come out with my second one, which you'll see the energy is completely different. It's like way more melodic.
But like going back to the ones you did initially, did that inspiration just come from like stuff you were hearing on the radio or like stuff you hear and you're like, I could like mix this and I could like, change that up and like make it my own?
It was just more mainstream back then. It was more like, wow, I know this beat. I know these vocals. Let me just put it into my mix.
Interesting. I didn't know you did that before the DJing.
Yeah, I still have them on my SoundCloud technically, but they're private.
Did you sort of like the Joseph Ross Radio? That was a switch you did recently, right?
Yeah.
That whole idea. That's different though, because that's more long. It's like a long form sort of piece, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole nother ball game though, in terms of like making a original piece, because you have to like bring them on this whole journey, right? And like that's hard to pace, right? And like to fully develop and make consistent. Have you seen like challenges in trying to get that like going?
Not really. The only thing is like you said, like when I'm in a club, I could really like I could read the crowd.
Sure.
And when like I'm in my room just playing to myself, I could practice. But now when I'm in my room putting out a long piece, like an hour and a half long mix to like people I think would want to listen in the car, it's kind of hard to like pick and choose what pieces I want to put in there, because it's like, yeah, I love this song so much, and I would really love this song so much when there's CO2 going off and there's lasers. But is someone in the gym gonna love this song so much?
True.
Like,
yeah, that's also interesting, like seeing where the viewer is.
Exactly.
Or the listener. Have you seen like your style or taste like change over like the course of your DJ career?
Changes like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day I find something new. Every day I find a different sound that I learn how to create. Like, there's always this end goal of like what I want to do, but every day I just learn more and more. Like, it never stops. So my sound just keeps changing, improving. Like,
is it just stuff you're drawn to that like you just kind of I want to go in that direction?
Yeah. So What my friends like to say and the people I work with, like my team, they like to say I love dark, like energy. Like
Okay.
that's what it is. Like I love the very melodic stuff, like techno-ish stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like people make their very happy vibes, and I still like happy, but it's very dark. Like you could be in a warehouse. Like it's
Yeah.
very cool vibes. Like it's a different type of energy, and that's what I'm drawn to.
Sure. Okay, I like that. And in terms of performing, has the consistency of your performances, like how often is it, and like have you been trying to like build that more after like sort of just starting out in obviously college and then moving into the bigger leagues?
Yeah. So when I had that residency, obviously, I
Mm-hmm.
was playing twice a week, maybe
Yeah.
3 times a week, but that was at a bar. Then it went from playing maybe once a month at a club. Now I could be playing 2, 3 times a week at a club. Now I'm in the phase where I really want to transition to being a full-time artist. So it's a little bit harder. So I need to take those smaller gigs. I need to work at a bar here instead of working at a club
Mm.
because I know the bar is going to pay me a lot and it's going to pay my rent and it's going to help me to then go to be a bigger artist.
So what are the bigger, like moving from an artist, what are like the sort of boxes you have to check like to make that leap? Because there's DJing and then making your own like tracks, right? But then like what's an artist? That's a complete different thing, or
Well, it's like, am I sitting in my room and just releasing music, or am I putting out content? Am I
Mhm.
really showing like this is who I am? Am I really also making a living off of it? Because I can't just
yeah.
be doing it for free as much as I want to. I can't just sit in my room all day and like
Yeah.
DJ and make music. I have to be finding those things that get me paid until I make it to the big leagues. And as an artist, I feel like the main requirements are you don't need to release music to be a DJ, but if you want to be a humongous DJ and you want to be somebody, you have to release music. Like I always say, like,
Interesting.
who are your favorite DJs? People can say David Guetta,
Yeah.
John Summit,
Yeah.
Medusa, whoever. I just named all the biggest producers, not the biggest DJs. So
Interesting.
to be an artist, I would say my term at least, not other people's terms, but my term as an artist is like more all around. It's not one thing. Like I'm DJing, but I'm also producing. But like now I'm also promoting myself in a certain way. Like
Okay.
my name is the brand. I'm not
Yeah.
just, oh, you're a DJ. No. I'm more
Mhm.
than just a DJ now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like I'm
Mhm.
Joseph Ross. I'm known as
Mhm.
a producer. I'm known as a DJ, like a touring DJ hopefully. Like there's so many different factors
Yeah.
to it.
But guys like you were listening before, like even like Calvin Harris or someone like that, they make a lot of their original music. To get on like Spotify and sort of have like an account and like sort of build like that whole like repertoire where you have like even albums coming out.
Yeah.
Is that somewhere where you'd like to
Oh,
get to?
100%.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
Yeah.
Every day I'm in my room. It's called like, those are like originals. So sometimes when
Gotcha.
I make like a remix, like I made a remix of Lord Pretty Flacco Jordy by A$AP Rocky, and that's like blowing up a little bit. It's at 60,000 plays right
Oh,
now,
shit.
5,000 likes, and like 700 DJs downloaded it to play it in like different
Oh,
clubs.
shit.
I get videos of people playing it all the time.
So they could do that though, because
Yeah.
it's not like watermark, or it's not like copyright.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But since it's a remix, I can't now put it on Spotify. I can't get paid for it. I just
yeah.
let it sit there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's great because it's publicity for me, but it's a remix that's not going to ever get permission to get
Yeah.
released.
It's like almost that like fine line of like, okay, like this will help me grow obviously, but it's not, you can't really see any return from
Yeah.
it.
So obviously my goal is to maybe you could get vocals from like what every producer knows. You
Mhm.
splice, you could get vocals, different sounds, like samples, but my goal is to like have artists come in, learn how to like record vocals, really write my own vocals so I could express myself, not just reuse vocals.
Yeah.
Like someone that I love, he does a great job of this, John Summit. He'll have vocalists come in and the vocals really
Yeah.
like are different than like
Mhm.
any other track. Like you feel like you're part of the song. Like you could also like go with the vocals. Like it's a
Sure.
part of your life too.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that's where I want to be like as an artist. Like I want to have people come in, record in a studio, and I want to sit down and just make an original. But I'm still learning. Like I haven't
Mhm.
been producing as long as I've been DJing. So like I'll be there soon, but
So the path is really the producing path to get there.
100%. Everything else is the way I like to tell people is nobody's going to know who you are if you're just like sitting in your room. Like you need to promote yourself too. So the main part is producing and DJing. But like let's say Travis Scott. I always use this example. Travis Scott's like a pretty big artist. Like if you were to have a concert in New York, like anywhere, it would sell out.
Yeah.
But if nobody knows he's having a concert, how are they going to come? So it's like you really have to promote yourself. Yeah, people might want to come to your show. They might want to listen to your music, but you need to still get it out there. So,
Sure.
like, it's all part of the game.
And that's important of like social media branding and like getting your message out.
Honestly, right now in today's world, it's probably more important than the music.
Yeah. So like what are some things you've been doing to like promote on like online and just try to get your stuff out?
I've been trying to figure out like psychology, like when do people go on their phone the most? Like obviously right when they get out of work. What days are most people working? Like it's a summer, so it's different. Not everybody's working. What type of content do they like? I noticed I had 2 posts from Nebula, 2 separate dates. My first post was from in front of me, so it was a picture of my face, and I might have gotten 250 likes. And then the second post was a picture behind me, the back of my head. I got like 140 likes or something. You get what I mean? So it's like people are scrolling constantly, looking through thousands of posts. Yeah. How are you going to get them to stop and look at your posts? And now when they look at your posts, how are you going to get them to look at your account if they're a new follower? You get what I mean? So every day I'm learning something new. It's like, what song should I post? Sometimes when I post on my story, like if I'm promoting a club that I'm playing at this weekend, I want to post something a little bit towards like my style of music, but sometimes people might skip that. So I go a little bit more mainstream to trick them into listening to it longer. So there's so many like things like that you just figure out throughout the way.
Interesting. But also like those 2 posts had you in it, right? Like
yeah.
The 2 posts, that's also important, like showing your face and like what you're doing. And
that's like, what I'm saying. Like especially when a lot of my followers are people like right now I only have a few thousand followers, but let's say I had 1 million followers. Those followers are going to be following me because they're into DJs, they're into EDM. So I'm assuming they're following other DJs. So what's going to separate me from the other DJs? They're going to be scrolling through concerts and festivals all day long. How am I going to get them to stop on my post? So I need something different. Maybe my face, like, oh, that's Joseph Ross. Not, oh, that's just a DJ at a festival.
So the Joseph Ross thing, right?
Yeah.
Where did you come up with the Ross? Was that like tell me the story. Originally,
my name was Axel Ross. That was my DJ name. And that was before I really took it seriously. I had a clothing brand in high school, and I named it Axel Ross. And I had it trademarked. So then I was like, you know what? Like, I'll just use it. I already have the trademark. But then everybody was like, you got to change it. You got to change it. And I agreed. But one day I was like, my name is Joseph Ross. Why don't I use my real name? Yeah. My middle name's Ross. Why don't I just use Joseph Ross?
No, like that's I like how it flows too. And it's like a clean, like just, you know, Joseph Ross.
And I've been thinking about changing it so many times, but it's like I want to be myself. Like, and I always think of the biggest DJs, like, and what their names would be. And I was kind of comparing, and I was like, would my name fit in this circle? Would I click on his Apple Music? Would I click on his Instagram? Would I click on his TikTok? And I'm like, you know what? I think it flows. Let me just be myself.
Most DJs, none of them are their real names, right?
Yeah.
To my knowledge, like Calvin Harris, that's not his name.
Yeah.
Like like obviously James Hype, that's not his.
Hype
is like not his name.
John Summit, you know, that's not his name. His name is John Schuster.
Really? Yeah. You can't use Schuster. I feel like that's too much. It's too much
like,
going on there.
Yeah, and he's very smart with his branding. Like, since it's like John Summit, he uses like the mountains and like, you know what Experts Only is?
No, what is
Experts Only is like his label, and like something you'll notice that's pretty cool. See, like I look into all this stuff because I'm trying to build my personal brand. A lot of people like just skip past this. But like when you go skiing at the top of like the mountain, like the Black Diamond, there's like 2 black diamonds. Yeah. And it says Experts Only at the top of the mountain. So like he's John Summit, he goes skiing, so his record label is 2 black diamonds, and it says Experts Only.
So that's where the name came from. The Summit though was because he skied. And
I guess, yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know about that.
Whatever the reason is.
There's so much like insider branding that people don't get to like kind of bring like your inner like energy and your inner image to like other people.
What would you say is like the split between like the actual music versus like all the other elements, like the visual, because there's also needs to be visuals playing, right?
Yeah.
When you perform, those are like handpicked. I see like some crazy shit from like John Summit or I went to see Diplo. Diplo's got some crazy shit.
Yeah.
He's crazy, dude. I love him, but
You know who
crazy.
Anima is?
Who?
Anima, where he has like
No,
all the
what is
big
that?
robots behind him on the screen.
Really? I
Yeah.
went to Izu 2022 before. 2023 was like a horrible year. Apparently, you heard about all that stuff. They given like
Izu.
crazy.
Like New York in general is just a mess right
I
now.
know, but like that was such a accessible event for me, and I loved going because I went. It was my sophomore year in college. I went with a few of the brothers, and it was a great time. Diplo was headlining, and he's got like his face on the screen, like a live feed of his face.
Yeah.
While there's like swirly, like oily shit around.
Yeah.
Him. Like it was like, this is sick, dude. He's like,
So-
I loved his style, but like it's like you have to be weird. Like you have to be like weird to yourself.
You have to be, yeah, exactly. You have to be yourself. You're not going to be successful being anybody else.
Yeah.
You have to be like a leader.
Are there
like-
any like visuals that you are inclined to? That like you they flow
Yeah,
well
I
to you?
love actually like, well, what he did in that very moment was he probably had a camera in front of
Yeah,
him
he did.
and they put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
But I love like James Hype. He has these visuals where it's like his face and it'll like flash in and out. It'll like strobe.
Yeah.
It's like trippy. And it's kind of cool to get the audience to remember what you look like if you have like new fans. But like,
Sure.
there's so many different types of visuals. Like
Yeah.
sometimes the clubs will just give you visuals, like they'll make them for you on the spot, or they'll
Yeah.
change the visuals you have. Like at Nebula, like I just get the first time I played there, I never even had visuals, and I just gave them my logo, and they turned it into visuals for me.
Okay, so they probably have a team that
Yeah.
does that.
And now I have my own visuals. So now before a show, I'll give them like a Google Drive, or like I'll email them all my visuals, and that is very important to the show because it helps like a new audience or the existing audience remember who you are, remember your name. Sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm Joseph Ross, but how do you spell it? Get what I mean? So like having my visuals up there, like this is me. Also, if I'm playing on a big screen, it says Joseph Ross behind me, and people are taking videos and pictures.
They see
like,
that brand
promotion, like,
recognition.
I think that's also cool as well. So
Yeah.
like they are
That's huge.
important, and like I'm very big into that. I'm very big into like the production side of things.
Sure.
A lot of people like really might just care about the music, but I feel like music doesn't go well without the production. Like or
Gotcha.
it does, but like production just makes it so much better. Like the lasers, the CO2, the fog. So I feel like visuals really help too. Like it makes everything
seems,
better.
Yeah, it seems like to like wrap it all into a bow, it's like you want the person to remember the experience they had when seeing you,
Exactly.
like how they felt.
Like, yeah, my music's great, but you're not going to sit in a dark room with 1,000
Yeah,
people
and
listening to
listen-
my
yeah.
music.
Exactly. No, I love that. I think like that's music is just one piece of the puzzle to like
Yeah.
you grow into this whole thing. There's also like I don't know, I don't even know about this, but like is there merch that like big DJs have or like
Yeah,
producers or
100%.
whatever?
I obviously don't have merch yet.
Yeah.
I have a couple shirts and hats that like I give to my friends, but like, yeah,
Mhm.
like every, I would say personal brand, even if it's any brand, hat should have merch.
Yeah.
Like get people wearing it, promoting it, and just like people who agree with the same things you agree will want to wear your stuff. You
Yeah.
get what I mean? Like you have a personal, like you make choices throughout your life, and a lot of people agree with those, and it's like I feel like a merch line is like kind of a way like saying like, look, this is like how I think, and like I agree with this person. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like John Summit released like he released like what was it? I think it was a hockey jersey when he did a pop-up in like Vale or something. I don't remember where.
Yeah.
But I bought that. I didn't even go. I bought it online. I thought it was cool. I was like, look at this. Like
Yeah.
this cool hockey jersey. It says experts only on the back. Like it kind of shows like I like what he's doing. Like
Sure.
I like that image, and I feel like that's kind of like cool about merch.
Sure. So that's the branding side is important. Have you learned anything like, because when you do this like supporting for these bigger artists, can you be on the stage with them while they're doing their
Yeah.
thing? So do you see like, have you seen any cues that you've realized like being up there, like, okay, he's doing that, like I'm going to start doing that, or like you're like picking up all the details. What have you seen that like, I don't know, other people can maybe like benefit from or gain value from that, like you see these guys are doing that people just really aren't doing?
There's tons of things. Like there's also things you've like heard and wondered how to do, and it's like you're like,
Sure.
whoa, that was
Yeah.
it. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Or sometimes it's like the fan interactions. Some things like
Fan interaction is huge, right?
yeah, like like sometimes like I'll see other DJs like talk to random people that are backstage with them, and it's like you wouldn't think that's a big deal, but it like builds like more fans and more trust, and it's kind of like letting people kind of like get to know you on a personal level.
Sure.
Like yeah, there are people seeing you from far away on the big stage, or like there are people seeing me talk about myself on a reel or on a story, but now it's like, look, this is me in real life. Get to know me.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? And it's also like the same thing with me and other artists, as I feel like no matter how big you are, you're human at the end of the day. So when you talk to people, it's like anybody can have a real connection. So
Nice,
it's like
yeah.
that's something I really see, like talking to people and getting to know people, because yeah, people go to DJ, even these small DJs, these bedroom DJs go to DJ in a club and they're like on the shit. Like let me, like, no, everybody's human at the end of the day. Like have a real connection.
Well, that's a huge thing, and even just like any creative space, even like I see these people that like, yeah, they think their shit doesn't stink, you know, they're just like the best.
Yeah.
But I think from the people that I've met that are like I see as like a higher level skill wise and just experience wise, they're usually the nicest people. They're like not the people who are talking down and like shitting on you. You'll never be talked down to someone who's doing more than you. Like it's always people that are doing less and like are. I get what you mean though by that. I think I used to see that at certain like Long Island clubs, like just like the DJs would just be like, they think, I'm like, dude, like relax, you're DJing at like, you know,
DJing at a bar for 200 people.
Yeah, like there's like Stop and Shop across the street or something. Like, dude, relax.
Like if you actually go to a festival and you meet the biggest, most famous DJs, they're just gonna be like, hi, how are you? They're not gonna be like, get out of my face.
Exactly, like, and like that's huge for their brand too, because they're spreading the positivity.
Exactly.
This is just a pop in my head. Have you ever performed in Huntington?
I feel like I have.
Guess where I'm from. I just wanted to know, like. I was curious. Yeah, I'm from
I feel
Huntington.
like I have. I don't know. I performed a bunch on Long Island.
Yeah, so it's probably.
Is it on or in? I said that right, on Long Island.
Yeah, that.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to get yelled at.
Long Island.
But there are tons of places I actually play at, because, like I said, I have to play at those like local bars to get paid, or also just make connections. Sometimes the people who own the local bars own the big clubs in New York.
They also happen to own everything. Yeah.
Or they're friends with the club owners.
Sure.
They grew up. It was a friend group, and one split up to open a bar, and one split up to open the humongous nightclub in Miami. So it's like you never know where one can bring you.
Do you notice that like the world, as you learn more about the world, it seems like more of a smaller space? You're like, okay, this guy knows this guy, and then, like it's like smaller than you think.
100%.
Right?
It's like I've been wanting to get into this club forever, and this club I've been working at for a year, he also owns this club. Like, what a coincidence. Or his best friend owns this club, or his best friend's a promoter or a talent booker here.
So how do you, like you just saying, like, oh, I got into Nebula, like, what is that process? Like, how do you get into a certain club to like perform? Like, that seems so daunting.
It's honestly all connections, like who you know. Like you get connected with certain people, they connect you with other people, and then by the end, like you know the right people. Like someone connected me to the talent booker, and then that's it. You get what I mean? Like it obviously took me a while. It probably took me a year and a half of trying and convincing people to get me there.
Very interesting, because I know even in my space, it's really like, you know, this guy who can give you this like gig or this, you know,
everything's
film.
connections.
It's really like such a, it just seems from the outside, like looking in, it seems so like, how the fuck did he end up there? Like I'll see your story, I'm like, how the fuck did he end up there?
Yeah, like they didn't just call me, they didn't just write me an email while I was sitting in bed. Everything's going out and meeting people.
So it's the networking aspect, and that's just like going out on weekends, getting in front of these people. Like, were you trying to get in front of people that were DJing, that you wanted to like be in that position? So you were like trying to, okay, I'm going to talk to that guy, or like I'm going to talk to this guy. Like,
yes, at first, but it's sometimes they don't care. You have to DM them and get advice. Like the bigger DJs, like I DM them all the time and they answer because they were in my shoes at once. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, but they don't want to just go out and help you because they don't need to. Like if I had like 30, 40 people DMing me, like, can you put me in this club? Can you, like, I'm struggling. I'm trying to get
like, how are you going to help me? I get that. I can help myself.
So, like, it's not necessarily getting in front of other DJs unless those DJs are talent bookers too. But it's more just, like, getting to the talent booker or getting to a club owner or just, like, putting yourself really social media and just getting to know people. Like, people want to work with you when you're nice. Like, no matter how talented you are, if you're just nice and friendly, they'll want to book you, even if you're terrible.
And also not a weirdo, you know, like there's a lot of fucking weird
Like,
people, especially in my space at least.
Like
I
the
don't know
person
about
who's
you.
not good at DJing is gonna get booked more than the person who's good at DJing if they're friends with
Yeah,
the person who's
exactly.
doing the bookings.
Interesting. Yeah, the network thing has always been so interesting to me, and like you just like reaching out to people to talk to them. But like another thing is, you know, the reaching out to these people, there's certain people you can reach out to if like you also can provide value to them. So there's always ways to like spin how you want to go about it. Be like, I can help you out. Like I'll do like a free thing for you if like we can like just go on a call.
Yeah,
or
100%.
something like that, like a little sort of like trade.
And sometimes I know tons and tons about DJing, but I'm new to producing. So sometimes these producers, it's like, look, you teach me how to do this and I'll teach you how to do that. And that's where I started off, especially when I first started producing. Like one of my good friends now, he's like an insane producer and I was an insane DJ. So it's like, okay, I'm going to teach you how to DJ and I'm going to get you into these nightclubs and you're going to teach me how to produce. And now we're both going to be great at both.
Yeah, that's huge. I think like, because I even have people that even hit me up and like going back to the whole thing of like, I'm still struggling myself. Like, I can't help you. I got to help myself. Like, how can you help me? And like, how can I help you? That's so important in this space. So if you're like someone who's listening, maybe that wants to like reach out to someone that they look up to or wants to get more knowledge, you have to give them a reason to like respond. He's like, yo, like,
exactly.
I'm just curious, like, to get your opinion on this. Like, could we go on a call? Like, no, you just, what is the value? Bro?
Yeah. And honestly, just be straight up. I always want to help. But, like, if I'm able to help, I can't really force it. You get what I mean? So, like, if you DM me and it's a question that I know or if it's something I could actually help you with, I'll do it. But I can't go out of my way, like, to force something. Exactly.
Like, it's so important to just, like, I don't know. Even in the slightest way, just help them out. Like, make it worth their time. I think is so important. Do you have, you know, does the performance side of you and, like, the doing the actual music behind the scenes, like doing those like SoundCloud mixes or whatever, there's almost like two hats you have to wear, right, when you go into each sort of side. Is there any like disconnect when you have to like cross over those two like sides of yourself ever, where it's like you gotta switch into, okay, I'm in performance mode, okay, I'm in like back end like creating mode, because you could lead to creative burnout, right?
Yeah, not really, unless I'm playing at those smaller venues / like bars, because then the music completely changes. But like to me, this is my life. Even when I'm not DJing, this is my life. Like the energy like I give off is like the producer DJ energy, the way I like act throughout the day. Like, you get what I mean? So like it's what I enjoy, it's what I love. That's why I pursued it. It's not like I'm kind of forcing it or like get tired of it. Like maybe later on, like when I'm much older, years of traveling and touring all day long. But like right now, not really.
You don't mind it because, you know, you love it and you have the energy for it.
Like years ago, I would have begged to be doing 25% of what I was doing today. Like begged. I would have paid people. So it's like, I'm not going to complain right now.
Yeah. You're busy, which is what the important part is. So is there like, I guess selling tables and spots at like events too is huge. I know we wanted to get into that. Yeah. So that's like, I don't know anything about the space. So like, could you walk me through like what is that process?
So I feel like it's different in every state, every city. But from what I know, basically, okay. Well, let me start off by saying it's not a bad thing to have to sell tickets or have to sell tables. Because if I were to go to you right now and I were like, hey, let's do an event, who would you book? Like, give me an example of
like
who you
artist?
think. Yeah.
Like Calvin Harris.
Okay.
That's always my
and you know why you're
person.
going to book him? Because he's going to sell tickets. He's going to get people to come. So at the end of the day, you're always selling tickets, no matter how big you are. But someone like him doesn't need to post on his story and say, hey, can you come to this fest? Like, no, people are going to come anyway. At my level, I need to go promote a little bit more and go to my friends and text them personally and say, hey, can you come support me at this? Like, I need this many people to come. But basically, when you're the DJ, especially in a scene like New York, you're kind of a promoter too. Yeah. And it sucks, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. They say, hey, you're DJing tonight, but if you want to DJ, you also need to bring 20 people with you.
There's also a lot of competition, right, in New York? Like, everyone's like kind of concentrated in one spot, or what do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And there's tons of competition because of selling tables, where me, as I would say I'm an experienced DJ. I might have 5 people that want to go out tonight, and the club's going to say, no, I don't want you. I want the guy who's been DJing for 2 weeks because he has 40 friends that want to come out tonight.
Sure.
So the music's going to suck. Everybody's going to leave early. Nobody's going to buy drinks. And whatever happens, but they got more people to buy tickets at the door, show up in the first place. Where someone like me, who's a little bit more experienced, can keep people there later, knows how to make them buy drinks because I could put them in a certain mood. There's so many like aspects to it, and I might not have brought more people there, but I'll keep them there and I'll get them more business.
So there's a balance. It's like there's either the guy who's like has shittier music but it can bring more people, but then there's the guy that has better music but can bring less people, but those people will buy more drinks. So there's the whole like business money aspect side of it. That's
especially in the bar scene, because in the club scene, my music isn't necessarily going to make them buy more drinks. It might make them stay longer, but like sometimes like in the bar scene, I'll get people to get more drinks by like playing certain music.
Or you say it on the mic or something, or like take a shot for like
at 12 o'clock at the bar. Yeah. We used to say like, okay, who wants some free shots? Like, you're getting free shots right now. And then everybody get excited.
We'll get more drinks.
And then like everybody gets more comfortable. And then
so you would do that at Shake though, right?
Yeah.
Back in like, that's interesting. I never knew there was like a science behind that. Okay, like
or
this
everywhere.
Guy,
like tons of companies, tons of venues do that. Like
interesting. So it's like, because I mean, it makes sense they have to worry about what. Yeah, sure, your music's good, but like, are you gonna give them
this
like,
whole
music?
industry is a business at the end of the day?
Yeah.
These club owners did not open up the club for me. They open it up to make money.
Yeah.
So
like they don't even probably care about the music. They just care of like
the good ones do.
Yeah. Okay. But like they would be like, okay, if this guy makes more money, then like we're booking him every time. Like it doesn't matter.
Like at the smaller bars where they probably don't care so much about music, it's like we're booking the DJ who's bringing 100 people, not the good DJ who's bringing 2 people, because he could be great, but my business is gonna fail.
Yeah.
Like
with this is going a little back, but with like starting to perform and kind of feeling that crowd out and sort of getting that sense of the crowd, was there like, I'm sure you were nervous like doing that, like starting out. Was that rough? Like the first couple that you were kind of like, oh shit, like there's people here, like fuck, I gotta play good music, and like were there ever, I don't know, intricacies with that?
I don't think it sounds weird, but I don't think I've ever been nervous. I get excited.
Yeah, it's like nervous, excited, like just turns into like excitement.
Like it's what I've been wanting, like wishing for. So I wouldn't even say nervous. Like the bigger the crowd gets, the happier I get. Like
interesting.
Also, the bigger the crowd gets, the easier it is to DJ, because they kind of entertain themselves. Like you're DJing for 10 people in a bar. It's like they're all focused on you, and it's like, damn, this song sucks. But if the song sucks and there are 300 people and they're all having fun talking to each other, then the vibes are still great.
Did you ever, so like even at like some nights, I could just remember back in like college, like the bars would get pretty packed.
Yeah.
There were like some nights where there was, I don't know, maybe like how many people could fit in those bars? Like 200?
No.
No, right? I can't gauge
there was a
like
lot.
Crowd sizes.
I don't really know, but there was an outdoor area too.
Yeah.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
And there were people in and out, so there could have been 1,000 people in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
there were a lot of people.
That was definitely, like I'm saying, like that's a great gateway into like just getting that whole experience
100%
on performing. So like do you have to put on, I guess this is kind of going back to what we were talking about before, but like making mixes specifically for each like setting, like, and putting a new mindset on each area. It's just kind of like, you're just being yourself and like kind of feeling out.
Exactly. Maybe at first I was, but now it's like I got to just be myself. I can't force it. Like I need to be myself, because once I be myself, I'm actually going to have the fans that care about me and care about the same music that I care about.
Well, that's huge too, even for me, like, because we're kind of both in the creative space, and it's like, okay, what do? I have all these tools, like I have all these tracks. For me, I have all these cameras, ideas. Like, what do? I see people on social media like doing their. Should I do that? Should I do my own thing? Like, where's the balance? But I found that the more I put out content that I genuinely love and is authentic to me, like these crazy stories I would like have never thought I could even make, and like just, I think it's like weird to the average person, right? the more I put out that kind of content, the more I see people that are like actually targeted for me and they're like, yo, this is sick. Like,
Exactly.
I really resonate with this. Like I found so many returns on just being myself rather than trying to be someone else.
Yeah.
It's literally huge.
Like, do you want to put out funny videos and force it because you're going to get views and you're going to get money? Or do you want to wait a little bit longer and put out stuff that you enjoy doing and now you're a leader and now people enjoy the original content that you're putting out?
Yeah.
And you enjoy it.
And like you were going back to the people who are like big, they don't have to like promote so much. They kind of just like post a Instagram thing and then have their whole schedule on and people are just like sending it everywhere. Those people are being themselves. Like they don't go on and like, yo, like come to my show. Like, and obviously, yeah, they may have done that before probably like leading up to their initial, but they're just themselves and it's great. And I think the more authentic you can be as a creator, the better your 100%. Life gets in general. Yeah. But yeah, dude, this has been sick, dude. I think this has been a great chat. I love learning about like the DJ like business side and the processing because it's so like for me obviously like I'm big into visuals, but there's a whole nother world with audio and the experience and all those things.
100%. And it's kind of interesting because what I've learned from it is it's not different from any other job or any other career or interest because at the end of the day, I'm taking something I enjoy and I'm turning it into my life and into my career. So like if you loved like anything, like you love videography, you love creating content, you love cameras, you like media, you're taking that and you're creating it into something. So it's not much different. It's just a different pathway. It's different people.
Sure.
But it's not different at all. You're still going through the same steps. It might not be more like out in the open. Like I have to post my life all the time. Like I have to say, hey, today I'm here and today I'm here. And I have to post a lot about my personal life. But besides that, everything is very similar. It's the same paths to success. And that's what I find interesting. I feel like what I've learned from DJing, I could take and put into any career and any job and kind of be successful if I really tried. Also something I've learned, which is going to sound crazy, but if you're interested in anything and you put enough hours into it, you could be great at anything. Because from someone who wasn't great at producing and someone who wasn't great at DJing, I am now, in my own opinion, great at DJing and starting to be great at producing from nothing.
Sure.
From just hours of teaching myself how to do it. So if you take anything in the world, like I'm convinced that if I took cameras, even though I don't really know too much about them, and I spent hours every single day researching and really putting in like time to perfect it, I could become great. And that's what I've also learned from DJing. Like it's not really like just DJing. I've learned that like anything you really care about and put passion into about, you could like be great at it. So that's something that's also cool. Like what I'm learning throughout this like process isn't just about DJing. Like it's like life. Like it sounds crazy, but like I'm just learning about life and like how to be successful.
And then this is like a vessel of like bringing you there almost.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
You're enjoying it along the way too.
Exactly.
So it's like that's what the creative journey is about. It's not about trying to be someone else. It's not about trying to fit in. It's literally like you pick this is already such a crazy lifestyle to be in, like the arts and the create, like it's not a 9 to 5. It's not like you have a guaranteed way of making money.
Exactly.
You might as well like go balls to the wall and just like
exactly
it. Especially when you're young too. Like the time is now.
I meet a lot of people, and I don't consider this like old at all, but like compared to me, or I meet a lot of people, and I think they're the same exact age as me. I might be way more ahead of them in my career, and they're in their 30s, they're in their 40s, and it's like, I don't realize how lucky I am to like be this young and be able to try and do this as a full-time job, because if I was in my 30s, 40s, I can't just sit in my room all day like making music. Like I have to like do something.
There's more responsibilities as you go along with life.
Exactly.
I see the same thing with my career, like, and also just seeing other people that even like, I don't know, in the general college sphere that just don't value their youngness, like the youthfulness. Like you are this young, like only once you can like expand your skills. Like I see people that they don't do anything. They just sit around and like, dude, this life is like a 1 in a billion chance to be here. So like you need to capitalize every single moment on like chasing what you want. I find that so like obvious, but like people just don't get it. They just don't. They just don't think that way.
Because they're like stuck in this bubble.
Yeah, it's crazy, and like the more you venture out, the more like-minded people you'll find, and it's a whole community building thing at the end of the day, which I love.
It is.
The more I do it, the more I find my people.
People don't get how much you can get done in such a short amount of time. My first remix was released 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Imagine what will happen in another 4 months. Imagine what will happen in a year, 3 years from now.
People overestimate what they can do in a day, but underestimate what they can do in a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone wants like short term. What can I do like today? Nah, I can't do all that. But if you like do one thing a day for 30 days, that's a month, and you do it for 60, 90, it just keeps going. Like you can accomplish so much in a year. You look back, holy shit, like I did a lot.
Like I could say, I want to be famous. I want to be famous. I want to be famous. Do I want to wait 3 years? No, I don't want to wait 3 years. But then 3 years from now, I might have not done anything. If I've just worked hard for those 3 years I've been begging and complaining, I could have been there already.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And if people just like go and like take action and do it, especially if they're really passionate, especially when they're also really early and don't have as much on their plate as they would, like as many responsibilities, maybe like not have a girlfriend or a wife or kids to take care of, then like they don't realize what they could actually get done.
It's huge, and I get like people don't want to be in the art. They just want to work a job, and like that's totally fine. Like you can do that, like live your life. It's not my life, but I know people that are struggling to like make that switch, and it's just like, dude, you just have to just take action. Like there's no perfect first step. It's just doing it.
Yeah.
And it's just
you're not going to be like anybody else.
Like you can't teach someone.
Every path is different.
Yeah, you also can't like show someone or teach someone like how to be consistent. It's just something you have to do.
Yeah.
It's not like you can't like teach someone like this is being consistent. I can't like show you that. You just have to like know it and do it.
True, honestly, because to be honest, like throughout college, I was pretty lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't really do anything, to be honest. All I did was DJ, and like once I started actually really caring, it made me unlazy because it made me really care and have to be on top of my things. It made me say, you know what? Instead of sleeping in today, I have to be up early because I have to email this club owner who's in work at this time, and I have to go and post at this time, and I have to now do these things, and I have to be on top of myself, and I can't just like I don't have my own time schedule. I have to be aligned with the rest of the world, and it kind of made me unlazy in a way. So that's also kind of interesting.
Because you realized it. You like
exactly.
made that, you're like, okay, like this is...
Once you get serious about something, and you really care, you'll do whatever it takes to get it done.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's levels to it because there's people in both spaces that are not, they're like in between serious and like all the way. I'm like, then why are you even doing it? Like I meet people that are like, and I get it. Like I don't live their lives. Like I don't live their lives, and like I get like if it's just more of a part-time passion thing and you need to like work a job, I get it. But like if you're like in my age range, like just do it. Like what's the worst that can happen? Okay, I'm 21. In 4 years, I'll be 25, which is already considered like young in the world. So I'm like, okay, I have 4 years to fuck everything up, lose all my money, and I'm 25, and I can start again.
Or you have 4 years to completely change your life.
Exactly.
Which is probably what will happen because 4 years is a lot of time.
It is, and I look back even, so it's August of 2025. I look back at August of last year, dude, like it's incredible, you know? So it's, you know, the people I met, the skills I've, you know, gathered, the work I've made, but it's really all in those little things. And like I said, you can't teach someone to be consistent. It's just something that has to just come from within and drive yourself every day. Like even for the promotion, the reels and like posting for the podcasts, you know, I'm trying to be consistent. So it's huge, dude. But yeah, dude, that's definitely a ton of like little intricate things people don't think about really. They just want it. You know,
if you want it, it's probably not going to happen. Like if you just want it to happen, you have to go through all the struggle and like, because you have to learn. It's all about the learning experience. Like if I just became a big DJ overnight, I would never succeed. I would fall off because I never learned how to actually do the hard work. Now it's like I've done so much hard work for nothing. Imagine when I'm actually getting
and also you're
paid
you're
and
prepared. You're prepared for that opportunity when you do hit. You know, like a lot of people like saying. You know, I know this is like a random like comparison, but like the Hawk Tour girl, like she just blew up. And, like she like but like and she fell off.
It's
you know what I mean?
It's hard to stay up when you haven't gone through the struggle, because now you're going through the struggle while you have all these eyes on you. And
I like that a lot,
right,
actually.
I think about it all the time. Like, am I ready? Am I ready? Like, I think I'm ready, and then it's like another month goes by, and it's like, okay, I think I'm ready now. And it's like you're always ready, but it's like you really have to go through the struggle and like the learning experience to like really succeed when you make it. Yeah, because I could make it now and blow up, but will I stay there?
Yeah. And also, I love, like, struggling when everyone's on you. Like, that's literally you not being prepared and then, like, losing that attention quickly.
Exactly.
So it's almost like, to people who are listening, just like, you might have to just eat shit for a couple of years because you're, like, preparing yourself for that moment.
If you're not ready to eat shit with your friends in your dorm yelling at you, then have fun when you have a couple 100,000 people making fun of you in your comments.
Yeah, dude. I mean, even for me, it's the same shit. Again, just a passage of what we do, and just being, like, true to yourself and what you want.
If you don't have haters, you don't make it.
Yeah. No, I love that, dude. Dude, this has been fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for fucking doing this.
No
coming
problem.
out all the way over.
Sick. I love to give some free game out to people.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know everything, at least what I've learned so far, I feel like it's been like a nice experience.
Absolutely, dude. I appreciate you coming, and I definitely think there's a lot of value to be taken away, both on, like, DJing and the authenticities of being a creator, and that's kind of what all this platform is all about, is the authenticities and being true to your vision.
100%, especially in 2025 with everything you have, with like AI, with social media, with TikTok, Instagram, with like so much money in the world online. There's no reason that you can't make it.
Yeah,
like
there's the tools,
crypto, there's everything.
Yeah,
like there's no reason. Like, if you don't want to work a 9 to 5, if you want to do whatever you want, there's no excuse. You can get it done.
Hell yeah, I love that take. I think it's really all about, like, using those tools. So it's really just,
look, other people are there doing it.
Yeah,
and they're human and you're human. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, if someone else can do it, you could do it.
I love it. I love that.